growing and everything. And actually, I saw this one cartoon clip. I think I was supposed to post it, but I didn't post it. But it was this cat, and he had a bird. It's like from the 1980s or whatever. And he like gave him something to drink, and he started to get bigger and bigger. And he grabbed him, and he was just so happy. Oh my God, it got so bigger. So that's what's pretty much what's going on in our food industry. They're just making the animals bigger, fatter. The topic today: current issues in the food industry. Okay, so we're gonna go over some different topics pertaining to the food industry. I guess the problems we have with the food industry, and stuff like that. But anyway, first off, thanks for joining me, ladies. Really appreciate it. And yeah, let's get into it. So real quick, we're gonna talk about the now $3 million step not dollar, 3 million step challenge. Now, first and foremost, I didn't really think that we would have gotten this many people involved in it for us to hit 300,000 within one day. So thanks again for everybody that's participating. I really appreciate it. Don't worry. I mean, it doesn't have to be 10,000 steps. I mean, I realized too myself, I'm not getting 10,000 steps. We're on day 6 of the month so far, and I think I only got like 2 or 3 days of 10,000 steps. So don't really worry about that. But whatever it is, I had somebody send me 2,000 steps. I mean, it's just honestly, I feel like um it makes you realize how many steps you're actually taking or not taking. So um if you can, whatever it is, screenshot it, send it to me, take a picture of your Apple Watch or your Fitbit or whatever, send it to me, and yeah, I can start calculating it. So right now, if I'm not mistaken, 634,000. So it's day 6. That's where we moved it up to 3 million. 3 million step challenge now. Okay, maybe it might be even more by the end of it, but either way, I really appreciate it. Keep up the good work, guys. Okay, so oh yeah, and it's Nurses Week. Thanks for your hard work, nurses. And I'm gonna start to pay attention more to like the teachers and anybody else. I don't want to like neglect anybody, leave anybody out, but I want to keep on, being aware of certain holidays, certain things where we pay our respects to certain groups. Alrighty, so first issue, we got to talk about processed foods. Okay, we always talk about that. The thing is, I don't think processed foods are gonna go anywhere. Hi, Rashina. Hey, um, I don't think processed food's gonna go anywhere. I really think it's gonna stay where it is. I mean, hopefully it does get better. We get more natural foods or whatever. But it's like hard to believe that in America we have so much processed stuff, and it's just seemed like it's just getting worse and worse. Because we're always, I think I mean, let's back it up a little bit. Why does these processed foods is so predominant and everything? Because I think it was World War I or World War II. The government realized that, hey, our men are small and frail or whatever. Let's give them some food to eat, but let's figure out some ways to like increase the calories in the food. So instead of having like I don't know, a piece of bread being one slice of bread being 100 calories, let's up it to like 150 or 200 calories per slice, that kind of thing. So that's where it came from, and then it has stayed ever since because of the fact that it's cheaper to make and shelf life is high, so you don't have to worry about making it fresh every day or whatever, every other day. You don't have to worry about like making fresh bread every day or every other day. So that's where that came from. But now it's gotten to the point where it's still in our, in our environment. So, and it's just pretty much it contains excess sugar, unhealthy fats, and sodium, stuff that have us having issues like the heart disease, blood pressure, diabetes, all that kind of stuff that we don't want, and other chronic illnesses. All right, so but we had to like take a step back and realize something though. It does add convenience. Like for instance, we have to be real. Like for instance, our protein shakes. If you take protein shakes, unless you're, I don't know, it's like that's processed technically. So we have to like understand that we are gonna have processed foods, and but we just wish that it wasn't so how should I like unnecessarily. Like I guess protein powder, that's fine because most of us cannot make our protein goals if we don't have protein shakes. But if it's like in, let's say, in our breads and in our other stuff that we're talking about, like even our treats, the stuff that we have, like cakes and stuff like that. I mean, it just makes everything a whole lot worse. Like your ice creams is like, extra this, extra sugar, especially. It's not highly processed, but it's like there's some stuff in it that you can, like I said, processed foods pretty much, if you want to know if you don't know what a processed food is. So if you look at the label and it says words that you can't pronounce, it's a lot of them that is highly processed. And now some of the foods that we eat now, or some of the foods that's available now, it says like, oh, we only have 2 ingredients or 3 ingredients. Like a certain milk I know that has just milk, water, and something else. I forgot what it was. But stuff like that is great, but we're gonna talk about this later. It's more expensive. You would think the more ingredients you have, the more expensive, but it's the opposite. Less ingredients, the more expensive. So that's something that's number one. Processed foods is an issue that we're gonna have. Honestly, I don't see it ever ending. Um, if we can like maybe band together and also save money, I mean, like put some money together, if we're, and be able to afford the healthy stuff, the organic stuff, or whatever, then we could probably put these processed foods out of business. But I don't see that happening anytime soon. Alrighty, so this one here, next one would be food safety. Okay, so a lot of stuff has been recalled. We talk about that too. That's fine. I mean, stuff foods are getting recalled. I feel like we're seeing it more often. But my thing is what we're talking about, like the heavy metals. That's what I really want to talk about. The heavy metals that's actually in our food. Um, and also to be aware of the stuff that you're using. Like when you warm something up, try to use more plastic, not plastic. No, don't use plastic. Try to use more of the glass, what you call that company? Pyrex? Yeah, Pyrex, instead of like the plastic ones, the plastic containers. I know they're cheaper and everything, but if you can, um try to see if you can um use those glass ones. So when you put in the microwave, the material go into the food, and you don't want that. Some of the heavy metals and all these other stuff that you don't want. Is if you do a food meal prep company, that's what I do, and I realized that I need to like take the food out because it comes in a plastic container. I need to take that food out and put into, because I have tons of not a ton, but a good amount of the glass ones or the Pyrex, but I need to change it, switch it over because it's hold on, actually I just realized something. I didn't start this. Okay. Um it's really let me see, sorry. Yes, really detrimental to your health. Okay, it could be a big problem. Okay, I actually totally forgot. I mean, cancel that. Anyway, so yeah, so like I said, if we can try to switch over, if you do meal prep companies, they usually come in plastic because it's cheaper. But try to switch it over if you're gonna put it in the microwave. Okay, try your best. But like I said, the heavy metals. That's when it comes to food safety, contamination. I mean, there's other stuff too, like the pesticides and everything. But I kind of want to get into that in a couple of minutes. Another topic, but it's that's something I want to point out. Yeah, the pesticides and heavy metals. But anyway, oh yeah, pesticides I'll talk about more in a minute. But anyway, now going over to nutritional quality. Okay, so if you want more nutritional quality, it goes back to it is going down to like being more expensive. Okay, so if you have something like grass fed, people say grass fed is actually better, lower of the bad fats in the animal, like beef or whatever, and it's more healthier, stuff like that. But it's the fact that why does it need to be more expensive? Like, why do you have to have organic and non-organic or whatever? And that's what I don't really understand about America. It's like I said, I'm not bashing America. America's a fantastic country. Don't get me wrong, but we have to call, what it is. We call it what it is. It's, all about the money and all about the green, not the grass. When I say green, I'm talking about the dollar bill, y'all. So if you can, if you can afford to, actually, I should say, afford like a more the organics and everything like that. Of course, we talked about a few seconds ago about the pesticides. So, I mean, the pesticides, of course, is bad, and then they also put shoot, what is it called? Oh God, not amino acids, antibiotics. They're putting antibiotics in the foods and everything, and actually deforms the animals. Okay, so some of the salmon or the trout or whatever, not looking like salmon and trout. They're looking like some other kind of stuff. So it's important to consider that. I mean, it's more expensive. Um, I should you care? Can it really be detrimental to you? I think so. I personally think so. But if you can, you know, if you have some extra money, if you can budget in and get more organic meats, especially, try to get it. When it comes to, yeah, because I do recommend watching, what's that show? It's, oh God, I reviewed it, but it's a vegan, pretty much you are what you eat or something like that. Yeah, I think it's called You Are What You Eat. And it was more pushing like the vegan lifestyle, which is, it is what it is, do what you got to do. But I it definitely showed something. I know, what farm raised and all that stuff. I never seen it for myself, and I saw it. The salmon being farm raised is really, really, really bad. So, and like I said, that's why I realized how deformed these fish get when and antibiotics and pesticides, not pesticides, but all these chemicals, to try to keep them healthy and keep them, growing and everything. And actually, I saw this one cartoon clip. I think I was supposed to post it, but I didn't post it. But it was this cat, and he had a bird. It's like from the 1980s or whatever. And he like gave him something to drink, and he started to get bigger and bigger. And he grabbed him, and he was just so happy. Oh my God, it got so bigger. So that's what's pretty much what's going on in our food industry. They're just making the animals bigger, fatter, and all that stuff. So it's a shame, but unless you can either, I mean, you have two options. You can either buy strictly organic, or move to another country, really, you know. But just just watch, just pay attention to your blood work to see if anything creeps up if you grow like an extra head or something like that. But anyway, I'm just joking. But I hope it doesn't get that bad. But yeah, it's cruel. It's but like we talked about before, if the pharmaceutical company can make the buck, they're gonna, I mean, if the food industry can help the pharmaceutical make a buck, they kind of shake hands together, they kind of have that agreement, which sucks for us. But and I think that's when we have to like really voice our opinions to, the government, and do what we have to do, but either way, yeah. So now let's talk about some ethical concerns. Okay. Ethical concerns, meaning being a vegan, being a vegetarian. Now, like I said, I'm not bashing being a vegan, being a vegetarian at all. It's, I commend people that do that. I understand. There's a couple things, there's two things really that, the problems, I guess, with being a vegan is just getting that a good amount of protein can be difficult that you need. And remember, your body's made of protein. The video I posted yesterday or the day before, whatever it was, about our bodies need protein to build a muscle and to keep our bones strong. I mean, protein is a kind of not really necessary to get strong bones, but you're gonna build strong muscles. You need to have high amounts of protein, a good amount of protein in your body. But then, like I said in the video, when your muscles are pulling against the bones, that's how your bones get stronger. That tension that is built up, that's how your bones get stronger. Okay, but for you also your bones to get stronger, besides doing resistance exercises or whatever, you have to make sure that your vitamin D and calcium is up there. Okay, so most of the time we're not having enough of that. Okay, so I mean, so we can get vitamin D and vitamin and calcium from other sources, but like go back to what I was saying, protein's important, but as being a vegan, it's hard to get the amount of protein that it needs. And then also the bad thing, not bad thing, but something to be aware of being a vegan. It's not like clean and I'm not saying not clean, how's that fake? It's not what you think it is, because some people think, oh, I'm being a vegan, so I don't have to have that excess processed foods. You could potentially still have, could you eat vegetables, you could potentially have like pesticide, but a lot of the stuff that they're making now, they're trying to like make roast beef, not kosher, vegan roast beef or vegan this, vegan that, whatever. But for you to do that and keep that taste, you have to, it has to be processed. Like, I think the, what you call it? Everything meat. No, what is it called? I can't believe it's meat or what. Oh God, I totally forgot the name of it. But those companies, those meat, those fake meats or whatever companies that they have, you would think that, oh, it's great, whatever. But in reality, it's not, because some of the stuff is so processed. But they make it processed because they're trying to get that flavor of the somewhat of the taste like the chicken, or somewhat like the taste of the beef or the whatever, the turkey, whatever it may be. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's not such a bad thing, but it's just, I think majority of the time, it's just really, for me, it's just getting that amount of protein you need could be an issue. But is it possible? Of course, there's vegan bodybuilders and all that stuff. I mean, I always find it kind of interesting when people say, oh, I'm vegan. I'm a vegan bodybuilder, but they just turned vegan like maybe a couple months ago. So you already had the muscle you put on, but then you just turn into vegan. But it's fine, to each his own. But it's just, I find that interesting. But yeah, so when it comes to welfare, I mean, ethical concerns in the food industry, you have to think about that, of course, and then I also have to think about certain practices, certain food labor, um, the labor practices in the food industry could be kind of bad. They mistreat um, local workers, people from America, and then also too is they use migrant workers as well. Okay, so they usually mistreat them. Um, that may not that just a little tidbit with that one. All right, now some of you probably never heard of this term, but something called a food desert. Not dessert. You know what I'm thinking about right now. But anyway, food desert, food desert, food desert, food desert. Food desert is pretty much yeah, Impossible Burger. You got it right, Rashina. Um, food desert is pretty much like, say, stereotypically, if you go to the hood, that's a food desert. And if food desert is not saying there's no food, but there's no quality food. The quality food is not there. So pretty much, if you go to an area, the best way to know if you're around a food desert, if you go to an area and there's no, let's say, Whole Foods, most likely you're yes in the quote unquote hood, but then also too you're in the food desert, because it's not, like I said, the quality of the food is really not that good. You're gonna have your highly processed foods, foods that's gonna give you all these interesting things, the heart disease and everything, so it's because it's in that area that can't afford it. So you have to give the low quality stuff, the cheaper stuff to them, which is really, really disheartening, but that's the way it is. I've seen a lot of certain areas that they're starting to grow their own vegetables and stuff like that. So that's a plus. But still, it's a shame that, it's it's that much of a gap, and the prices are so much. I mean, it's getting more and more expensive now anyway. It's hard to you gotta get that sale every time. Sometimes, is it really a sale? Or they say it's a sale to, like, they drop a couple pennies off or whatever. But whatever. I have to step my coupon game up. If you haven't already, step your coupon game up, because maybe that can help. I remember seeing this video where these women, yeah, mostly women, but they would have all these coupons, boom, 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 and like they have like not 300 items, I'm probably exaggerating, but they had a lot of items and everything costs like maybe $10 because of all the coupons they had. So if you can step your coupon game up, I'm trying to save some money here. Um, Alrighty, so there's certain things when it comes to kind of back to the whole organic talk, the regulation and policies. So I think I went over this before last week when I spoke about um the definition of organic. And it's just kind of just like it's just kind of strange because you can hardly find anything truly organic. It's not even like 100% organic. Like to get the label organic, I think I thought it was maybe not 70. I think it is 75. I think it's 75% of the whole process has to be, tested. Or I mean, when people say, "Oh, my or our food's organic," they have somebody come in and actually check and certify it if it is. But if it's, I think there was organic and certified organic. I think certified organic is 95% or 90 something percent, but then organic is 70 something, 75%, something like that. But it's not the fact that you have to do that. It's just ridiculous. You have to you know, why isn't everything organic? Why can't you just make everything organic? Whatever. But yeah, so just to understand that, um, I think it has to be certified organic for it to be 95% organic. I mean, that's better than not, or I mean, certified or organic, regular organic is still better than the food, other stuff. But just be mindful of that. Know the difference. Okay, it's strange, but that's the way they do it. Um, so then we're gonna talk about the last thing is gonna be but kind of the same thing, but GMOs. Um, it's not really we don't 100% there are some side effects or certain things that can actually happen, some effects on your health and the environment when it comes to GMOs, genetically modified genetically modified orgasms. Okay, sorry, organisms. Oh, are you ready to transform your health and wellness journey? At Condappa Strength, I'm committed to helping you achieve your goals through my 3 pillars for results. First, I educate, equipping you with essential knowledge to understand your body and its needs. Then, I execute a tailored plan, ensuring every step is personalized to your unique lifestyle. Finally, I encourage, providing accountability and support every step of the way. Get ready to unlock your full potential and thrive in every aspect of your life. Visit me today and let's embark on this journey together. Check me out at condappastrength.com. To edit that out. But anyway, so that's pretty much stuff that is man-made, genetically modified. So, or yeah, man-made. So we have to be aware of those non-GMOs, and it's just like I said. Let's go back to the whole organic thing. It's kind of pointless to me, or kind of senseless to me. Not pointless, but senseless to me that we have to put these labels on it. It was non-GMO. Don't worry about it. You'll be okay to eat this, that kind of thing. Which is just kind of perplexing. But that's the way things are. I mean, like I said, yeah, I think I hit on everything. These are the issues that we have in America with our food industry. And I think it's just gonna get certain things will get better, I think, because people are more conscious of what they're doing, what they're eating. So certain things might just fall away, or some businesses might go out of whatever. But crafts are always going to be crafts. There's always going to be stuff going on. I mean, these big corporations. But I mean, just like I said, there's still going to be stuff. There's still going to be a food desert. There's still it's always going to be. It's just rich people, there's middle class, and there's poor people are still going to have that. The quality, hopefully the quality of our food, even if it's non-organic, will get better. And it won't cut corners with certain things. And I don't know, it's just, um, I don't know, it's very, very interesting that we have to go through this with, our food, stuff that we put in our bodies. And it's scary. It's honestly got scary. I really, um, yeah, I'm really, you know, I'm hoping for the best. I'm hoping for the best. I hope that there's light on the end of the tunnel, and we can start to be more cautious about not what we eat. I mean, because it'd be hard. We are cautious. Most of us are cautious, but we just can't afford to have that extra fancy stuff. But hopefully, our congressmen and women will actually start to care, you know. Yeah, GMOs are bad because they can actually do certain things to our bodies internally from a whatchamacallit standpoint. I don't want to say DNA, but yeah, pretty much like a DNA from that small of going down there. Yeah, it's it can affect us in the um long term effects, I should say. Could be bad for us. Yeah. So try to stay away from that. I mean, non-GMO and I mean not say um whatchamacallit. Shoot. Non-organic and organic stuff. I mean, you could probably mess around with, but try to stay away from GMOs. Okay, Kim, you're saying, I mean, it's perfect as Q&A portion anyway, but why does it cost more to eat better? Like, why is McDonald's first cheap, but fruits and vegetables cost? Yeah, it's fine. And the thing is, though, I mean, McDonald's is not getting cheap. It's not really that cheap anymore. I mean, I feel like it's getting more and more expensive. I mean, I don't go there, but I'm just saying, it's, from what I understand, food in general, like the cheap stuff, like is is gonna get, is getting more and more expensive. I mean, the cost of everything is just getting really outrageous. But yeah, you're right. In the bigger standpoint, a bigger scheme of everything, the bigger picture, um, fruit is way more expensive. Oh yeah, I would. This wasn't no organic grapes either. So I got some grapes, seedless grapes for Logan because I know he loves his grapes, and I love them too. Actually, my favorite grapes is the green ones, seedless, the green ones, because sometimes I feel like they're crunchy, not yeah, crunchy. So anyway, um, I put the bag down on the scale because you supposed to weigh. Went to my own thing, do the self checkout, and that little bag. I mean, it wasn't that much. It wasn't that much. It was 750. 750 for some grapes. I mean, I wish I took a picture of it, but 750 for some damn grapes. I'm like, word? Really? I could not believe it. I really could not believe it. And I mean, only reason I got it was because of Logan, because he wanted it. But I would have just threw them in the garbage. I mean, not threw them in the garbage, but I would have, I don't know. But it was just, oh my God. Oh my God. But anyway, well, to answer your question, it's really kind of crazy to see, um, whatchamacallit, the fruits and vegetables being so much. Yeah, dirt cheap. Yeah. They use cheaper meats and fillers. Yes, yes, yes. So if you look at a lot of stuff, like look at those ingredients. I mean, I'm happy at least. I mean, we to look at the brighter side, at least the food, industry or whatever, the government decided, you know what? We're gonna give you a lot of pesticides and GMOs and stuff, but you know what? We're gonna give you a label so you can see that we're trying to kill you. Yeah, you see everything that's probably wreaking havoc in your body. But like I said, it's like the cheaper the stuff, cheaper the food, for them to make, so they can keep the cost down or whatever. But then, like I said, it's like it's a shame. It's a shame. Yeah, so meats, the cheaper meats usually have the fillers in it. Like they usually like some type of carbohydrate or some type of whatever. Um, this is what I'm saying. Yeah, yeah, it's yeah, America. Yeah, it is America. I mean, like we all know America's great, but it's just like there's certain, like I said, certain things that it is doing to its people, to Americans, and it's not helping us, but making us sick and all this kind of stuff. Let's get a farm, yeah. Let's get a farm, get some goats and some chickens and stuff, yeah. But it's like, and actually, it is interesting. I was talking to this young client of mine, young guy, 15 years old, and speaking of farming. And he's saying that, I mean, we were talking about why people are overweight and everything, and the fact that we don't have to go grow our own food anymore. We don't have to have tons of farms around or whatever. And I think that's a problem. You know, um, we need to you know have more farms. We need to encourage that, having more farms to maybe I'm assuming there's some type of tax benefit to have growing your farm. Maybe it's like a tax deduct. Like I know some churches or worship places of worship, they don't have to pay a certain amount of taxes or pay taxes at all. But maybe there has to be some way to like galvanize more people to be farmers. But then it's like it's probably bad for those big farm people or farm companies that have their have making all this money from using pesticides and keeping anti what you call it anti antibiotics and whatever in their chickens and all this kind of stuff. Just keep producing them, boom 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 boom. And it's scary. It's scary to see um that just once again it's just like the bigger companies gonna just overtake the smaller ones. So if you can though, either way, go to your farmers markets um and try to buy from them. There's a ton of them where I am, where we are, the people that are in the group chat now. There's tons of us around, not tons of us around our area. But it'd be nice to have. I think there actually a meat one like a farm with like you can have like how should I put like freshly killed, I guess you could call it meat or chicken or something, whatever. But I mean that's probably just a extra cost. I think the fruit and vegetables would be a little bit cheaper. But the meats, if you have like organic meat farm or something like not farm, not meat farm, but like if you get meat from a farm, it's probably cheap. It's probably more expensive, I should say, because it's like probably really good and clean and all that stuff. I don't know, but yeah, it's scary. But just remember something, guys. I'm trying to believe. I believe that maybe in certain amounts of it, it's not so bad when it comes to the pesticides and oh god, I hate to even say it, but it's because most likely we already have had a good amount of the pesticides or whatever in our bodies as it is. Um, it's we've been here for a long time, so we probably got a good dose of it. So but it's just be a butchers. Oh yeah, butchers too. Yeah, that's right. Actually, that's one thing I never went to. I never went to a butcher before. I think I might try to do that one time. Maybe not one time, but maybe like I think there's a butcher on the way home that I drive by all the time. Actually, no, that got closed down actually, and that was like a restaurant now. Yeah, I think no, never mind. I take that back. But it's probably some butchers around. But there's some farmer. There's one big old farmers market in a town that I work in. And I think they cut the meat and do all that kind of the fish and everything right in front of you. You just ask them how do you want it, and take it up the scales and no, whatever. Yeah, so definitely like a big farmers market definitely can have you what you need. But there's tons of them, tons of farmers markets. So maybe I'll probably try to find a butcher. Anyway, any more questions, guys? Um, and so once again, thank you so much for your steps, guys. Let's keep it up. I don't know if I think I did say this last week, but every time you get 10,000 steps, it's roughly about 400 calories you burn, depending on how aggressive you're walking or running or whatever, where you're doing it, but roughly about 400 calories. Okay, just a little TMI, not TMI, sorry, FYI. FYI. Oh man, it's been a long day. Um, any questions about anything, guys? Um, yeah, man. Yeah, so like I said, just remember, it's like processed food to a certain extent. That's something probably is just never going to go away, but just try to avoid those GMOs, those wonderful GMOs. Um, you know, and cut down as much as you can if you can afford to. Not as much pesticide, more organic stuff. And the thing is, just going to eat water or ice. I don't know is it Jersey water. If it's Jersey water, from you're gonna have a problem. You know what I'm saying? Um, so just be mindful of that. So yeah, if it's Jersey water, just be careful. All right. All right. Any more? Yeah. Any more questions? All right. All right. All righty. So next Monday. Yeah. See next. Let me see next Monday. Let's see what the topic is about. Uh, Oh yeah, guys, remember mental health awareness, guys. So if I mean, we talked about it many times anyway about mental health awareness. So just make sure that you're paying attention. I've seen like this one video, and these two people were sitting together, visiting each other for a game, for a soccer game or something like that, and the other one looks down and depressed, but then the other guy that seemed okay, I think the caption was like he committed suicide or something like that. I mean, it's like a dramatization or whatever, but make sure you say hi when you can to people, or brighten up the day the best as you can. I mean, that's all you really can do. Um, Maybe ask her, hey, how's everything, that kind of thing. You threatened my mental health when you told me I was going to do burpees. Oh man. No, burpees are good for your health, they're good. Oh, real quick. So the empowering your core, sculpting your strong abs. So we can go over abs next week. So I'll get to use my handy dandy screen again, where I can show you the exercises instead of just telling you and trying to maneuver my body, go like this to kind of show you different things. I can actually show you videos, or know exactly what what I'm talking about. But anyway, guys, that's it. Then following that, the 20th is gonna be Q&A. Then after that, Memorial Day, so no live stream. All right. But of course, I have some stuff. I'll post some stuff or whatever on Memorial Day to kind of keep you informed, and you're learning something new every day. Alrighty, guys, thank you so much for joining me. And yeah, so I'll see you guys next week. Same bad time, same bad channel. All right, guys. Ladies, thank you so much. And have a good evening, okay? Bye.
Are you ready to transform your health and wellness journey? At Condappa Strength, I'm committed to helping you achieve your goals through my 3 pillars for results. First, I educate, equipping you with essential knowledge to understand your body and its needs. Then, I execute a tailored plan, ensuring every step is personalized to your unique lifestyle. Finally, I encourage, providing accountability and support every step of the way. Get ready to unlock your full potential and thrive in every aspect of your life. Visit me today and let's embark on this journey together. Check me out at condappastrength.com.